Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I made this very soupy veggie stew summer soup. I know it's summer, but I still eat some soup, so if you'd like to see how I made it, please continue watching. So the ingredients that are going into my stew soup is going to be squash, scallion, and garlic, okra, zucchini, homemade tomato sauce, and some fresh herbs picked from my little herb garden. First thing I'm going to do is heat up the pot, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of, I think I used grapeseed oil, but you can use olive oil. Next, once that's heated, I'm going to add all my scallion, my garlic into the pot. I'm going to make sure I mix it around, make sure it's evenly coated with olive oil. I'm going to let it sit a little bit before I add my salt, pepper, and dried oregano. Those are my three go-to spices to add. Mixing it around and making sure it is cooked down a little bit before I add on my zucchini. I'm going to mix it in again and let it sit a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to cut up my okra into 1-inch pieces. So I'm just going to cut those up and set that to the side until I'm ready to add it into my pot. So once the zucchini is cooked down a little bit, the next thing I'm going to do is add on the homemade tomato sauce. You may have seen this tomato sauce. I featured it in my grocery haul. And I added it with a little bit of water because the sauce itself would have just been too thick for my stew. So I want to make sure it's still soupy based. So I added some water, mixing it around. And then I had to add just a tiny little bit more water. And then I added my dried oregano, some more salt. Once that has boiled down a little bit, now it's time to add in the okra. So I'm going to add in all of the okra along with the squash and make sure everything is mixed in nicely together. And I added, of course, my fresh herbs. These are basil and oregano that I'm adding to the pot. And my last added ingredient is the squash with some more water because squash can really soak up a lot of my liquids. And then another ingredient I love to add to this was fresh ginger. You know, I always talk about my ginger. So I'm adding in some fresh ginger to the pot to give it that spiciness that I like. Mixing it around, and I'm letting it cook down a little bit more. And then I added a cup of cooked quinoa. Topping it with fresh thyme. Again, mix, because you always gotta make sure everything's mixed and coated evenly. And then I just let that sit and boil down. And that's really it. I know I kind of flew through this, but the cook time doesn't take any more than, I'd say, maybe 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how fast you cook things. I served it in a bowl ready to go and topped it with some more oregano, fresh oregano. And that is it, my summer soup, stew, veggie, heartiness, fullness. A bunch of words to describe this. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe for more. Until next time.